All
All
right,
right,
so
welcome to
Colacoma
round 4. And we're
looks
going
like
to tell our players are good to go. All right, what are we seeing here, Doc?
Colacoma's gonna have to assume redraw this hand. It's 1 power, but with an etching, so it's 2 power hand. No symbol. I don't know if this is their first or second 7.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if it's a second, maybe. Ooh, this is. Yeah, I mean,
4 power
I
predators. Yeah, they're going to go to 6 here. Oof.
ooh, that's extra rough against the uh, the interactive mid range deck.
And
But
not what you want to be doing.
They do have the Valk Enforcer for Tokos, which is nice. A good one to have. And AsheAcer looks like they're on a little bit of a slow start here.
All right, exploit here for AsheAcer. And what are you going to take here? Enforcer, Hojin, maybe the tower?
I think I would take Enforcer, but maybe Tower. I mean, Enforcer is like one of the only ways Colcoma can, answer Tokos.
True.
And AsheAcer can just play Tokos. They went for Bubble Shield, interesting. So I think looks like they're banking on Colcoma not drawing a 3rd power, which is, I guess, what happened.
It did work out. It did work out in their favor there. Here comes Hojin
Uh,
without any protection, of course, from Kolokoma. And another exploit off the top, but they're going to go Blight Maw
uh,
first. And that's going to get a very clean answer to that Hojin. That's got to hurt. 3rd power off the top for Kolokoma here.
oh no! Oh no! They played the Enforcer. Oh no! I mean, this could make sense on the blind, given that AsheAcer didn't just play the Tokos, which I think was another option they could have went for.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they're not going for it yet.
No, they're just going to exploit
Interesting.
and take that tower. That was quick for AsheAcer. I think they had seen that tower the turn before.
I'm just surprised that they didn't go for Tokos, and I'm surprised that Colacoma silenced this so quickly. It's that they're both on another level. They're thinking so many steps ahead. And now they're gonna go for Tokos, all right?
Here's Tokas. So if you don't remember Tokas, it's a 2/4 for 3. The enemy player can't play spells directly on their units, which is a big deal against Kira decks. +1 maximum power, and you can pay 2 and twist Tokas to increase the maximum power by 1. So that means no targeting spells on your units to draw cards or to buff them or protect them for Kolakoma. And a 3rd exploit there is just going to take out that intrusion. And AsheAcer just ripping apart Kolakoma's game.
I don't want to call it right now. It's still early, but it's not looking good for my friend Colacoma. Sad to say. I'm trying to figure out what their out is here. I mean, if that was undepleted power, I suppose they could crescendo one of AsheAcer's units and play stand to protect from the Shadow Courier. Oh, going for the Aramont here. Interesting.
Now, the way this is worded, this probably won't come up, but Fearless Crescendos give a unit flying, and then you can swap with the market. So you could give your opponent's unit flying, and that gets around Tokos, correct? If you really wanted to go to the market?
Correct.
Probably not relevant. Just
Yes.
wanted to make sure we understood how exactly that worked.
Yeah, so like one of the options you can play in this list that maybe could have made sense was like Retribution or something. Is like it's a 3 cost card you can get off Crescendo. It's a way for to be able to answer a toe cost just using a Crescendo. You just target the toe cost and you get Retribution and then you play it, silences and stuns it. If you had Onslaught, you can also kill it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the list I posted had that, but that's an option one can consider.
Ikaria in hand here for AsheAcer, but notably with 6 power
Passive.
does have 6 shadow influence requirement. So AsheAcer with only 5. That's one thing you got to be aware of when you're playing this cycle of really powerful cards that require this much influence. Is you have to have all 6 shadow to be able to play Ikaria. So cannot play that right now.
This Valk Enforcer, clutch, absolutely clutch.
There you go. And that'll silence that Tokus ability. So now Kolokoma can start targeting their units again. 2nd Ikaria off the top, which is nice if you had the 6 shadow. Not having that means it's just a dead draw at this point.
Yeah, and this is like, I mean, it's like, Colacoma is finding a way to get back in this game somehow. I counted them out a little too soon.
And here's that Fearless Crescendo going to trigger Hojin's Renown ability, get some power, and let's see if they're going to trade away this Alessi for something in the market. They are, and they're going to grab a Stand Together here. And then a Pause for Reflection too off the top. Colacoma's grinding their way back in this.
I almost feel like they might want to just stand right now. I guess to get 2 more damage will put them to 12, and that'll be 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess not quite enough. Because they're still gaining health and all that. There's a Tazboo.
Yeah, Tazboo on top. Unfortunately, you can't do that and the Suffocate. But I think you just go for the Tazboo also because you want to dig deeper to get these Ikaria, so I'd rather just get that out.
Yeah. I expect that Colacoma might want to, pause their Enforcer to go silence this Airmot if they don't attack. If they do attack, I think this is a race Colacoma is okay with, taking. But, it's not ideal.
Just going to go with the Suffocate here. Oof.
Right. Love the Stand Together right here.
Ouch. That really hurts Ashe. So that's a whole turn there.
True. They do get to market.
They get to market. Good call. So they get to use their remaining power to market here. Toss away one of these Ikarias. They're going to grab... All right, going to grab a Silverblade Menace. I like that.
For how much?
Well, right now it's only for 4.
4, okay.
It does have regen, though, as well.
Yeah. So that'll definitely, put a dent in Colacoma's clock here. But, still a lot of pressure, and they can pause their Enforcer and replay it to silence the blocker and all that.
I think your buddy Tobo's still having nightmares of the Silverblade intrusions for 20 to win the game on Colacoma's side.
For sure.
All right, gonna play out that Silverblade Menace here. Gonna drain for 4 and also leave a 4/4 regen flying blocker behind. So 3/5 flying deadly, 4/4 flying regen. That's pretty decent.
But like I said, there's a tower on top.
Tower on top. Here we go. Okay. Now, because this was warped, you get to use 2 of the 3 abilities. So play 2 1/1 Valkyries of Flying, Curfew Enforcement to shrink the units, or Ironclad Oath to give +4/+4 this turn. We're going to start with the Beckoning to get 2 1/1 Flyers.
Yep. After this, I would expect that they use Curfew Enforcement to some extent. I could see them exhausting both of these Valkyries. This would make this an 0/5 and then this a 1/4, and then you can attack them, which means that if they want to, block both of them, they do bounce, but then this regen gets eaten.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially be relevant. It's probably what I would do. I mean, it means you don't get to hold up pause, but like I think at this point it's better. You can also attack with the Alessi here too.
Yep, looks like that's what Colacoma's going to do.
Yeah, it'll just take off the regen on the Vine Grafter, but that's still relevant.
Mm-hmm. Attack with the Hojin as well.
Yeah, there's definitely no reason not to attack here. I mean, the Menace could come back in and attack the site for 1, but I don't think that's super relevant, especially considering a card can just kill it.
That could be relevant too, blocking the Hojin, also popping the regen on the Menace there also.
Blight Moth here.
Blight Moth going to take care of those Valkyrie. Not attacking the site. Going to keep some blockers back. And the most important thing about that turn was because this is a premium foil tower, it makes all the spells premium foil and makes the Valkyrie tokens foil. So, gotta love that synergy.
Yeah, seems good.
Look, I'm in a good position here. Like you said before, sort of free attacks here. Not much AsheAcer can do. Still short on that shadow.
Yep, I love the all-out attack. Seems good. And yeah, AsheAcer really hurting from, Colacoma being able to find the silence for that Tokos and then also not having 6 shadow. I can't believe I counted Colacoma out of this game. I feel like a fool. Oh my goodness.
Now this is something that I know I struggle with, and I know a lot of players who are wanting to improve struggle with, but something you're pretty good at here is knowing when to be the aggressor. When you have a site that you want to protect and it looks like your opponent has some blocks, just understanding that you need to be in the driver's seat in this situation and being able to attack and then force them onto the back foot, even when it doesn't necessarily feel like you should be. A lot of newer players and a lot of medium players, and myself included, don't attack enough and don't be aggressive enough in those situations. And you can see Colacoma being a very good experienced player here, understanding that exactly when they need to put their foot on the gas and start putting that pressure on.
Yeah, like I definitely like a simple way of thinking about it is it's often like it's not always this way, but in a lot of cases it's a dichotomy between should I be attacking or should I be blocking. Um, it's not always quite clear. You're gonna have situations where you only want to attack with certain things and not others. But in a lot of cases, it's essentially a case of like, I attack or I don't attack.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
And figuring that out is pretty important to establishing the right board position you want at any given point, and all that. It's complicated and very situational. But Colcoma is pulling ahead here. Tazbu could help AsheAcer recover as they're like chumping with their flyers, but still a lot of work to be done here. I still can't believe that Colcoma's in this game. Oh my goodness. Is that it's not quite lethal, is it? No. No, it is actually.
A 4 attacker
Right?
can block 2 of them, can block a 6 and a 5 and take 8.
Because of the Tazbu. Or
Oh,
wait,
right.
hold up.
Well,
Right, because either they go to 1 and take 1, or they go to 2 and take 2.
oh, yeah, you're
So that
right. Good call because of the Tazra triggers. You're right.
yep, that'll do it.
Small
Colcoma
thing
coming
in
back to take that one. Oh my
Yeah, small
goodness.
thing in that game too. Minor detail, but something that The Rock pointed out in chat. AsheAcer did have a time sigil in play that turn, which was preventing them from getting from that 6 shadow. They don't have any time sigils in their list, so that may have been something off of a plunder, potentially getting that. But they are building heavy shadow, as you mentioned, so they actually don't run. Every power they run should get them shadow. So either unfortunate plunder that forced them to take a time there, but that's what kept them a little short there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough.
All right, so AsheAcer gonna drop the first one to Colacoma. That's unfortunate because AsheAcer has a good matchup and had a pretty good draw there. Rather unfortunate there that time.
Yeah, Colacoma looking at a 1 power hand, they're gonna want to ship. I would assume. I mean, this hand had 2 or 3 power, maybe. 3 power, I would definitely, if you replace like 2 of the cards with power, could probably see keeping it. But as is, assume they will redraw.
I will make sure to tell the players hopefully they're not waiting on me. Good to go. Alrighty. Okay, results from the back table. The Boxer took it over Spifferific 2-0. So the Boxer going a clean 4-0 through this round. Well played by them. That deck did seem pretty sweet that him and GHP were on. But I'm straight taking it 2-1 over GHP as well. So Boxer is going to be the 4-0. Congrats to them. And let's see which one of these players can make it to that crucial 3-1.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try that even deck on stream at some point. It's definitely
Absolutely.
happening.
All right. Colacoma on the play this game. They've got a Kira and a...
I wonder if they're going to play the Kira out or not.
That's aggressive.
It is aggressive, but I mean, if we're looking at AsheAcer's power base in general, they've got a lot of depleted power.
Mm-hmm.
You got the 4 symbols, the seats are often depleted, the crests are always depleted.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like they're going to hold it. This is definitely the safer line. I could also see waiting again here and doing nothing. Because again, I mean, AsheAcer can't even play their Tokas out yet.
They cannot, no.
And waiting.
2 more depleted power. But here comes the exploit.
Exploit taking Enforcer here should be really good. I would expect. They could take Kira, but they have the removal spell for it already, so
That's true.
I would assume they would take Enforcer. Or maybe the Crescendo. But wow, they went for
the Kira. Yeah, they're going to take the Kira. The difference there being that the Enforcer's ability is on summon. That's really where a lot of the value comes from, so killing it after it comes down is a little less useful.
Yep. Colacoma being patient with this Enforcer. I like it. Now, interested to see what they do here. Are they going to slam the Enforcer here? I think it makes sense to me that Colacom is doing this. It's obviously not going to work out amazing for them because actually Acer's going to be able to land that Tokos now, but Acer didn't play it on turn 3, and they already played Vara, and I could see how Colacoma could deduce that they probably are unlikely to have Tokos.
Mm-hmm.
It makes more sense to get the life steal and the Aegis stealing off of this.
Sure. All right, petition off the top for AsheAcer. Now they've got all their power and all their influence, so this hand's gonna work out a little more smoothly for them. Ikaria gonna come down and try to take out that Enforcer.
Yeah, this is.
Colacoma's hand is so awkward right now. Intrusion, crescendo, pause for reflection.
Yeah, it definitely has drawn to be they just keep drawing spells while AsheAcer, has developed their threats that all punish that, And what might happen is, Colcom might have to pristine light, but they're gonna lose their whole hand,
Yeah.
which is wild. At least they can crescendo and get some other they can get Kirin Ascendant, I guess, to not. But they're
Just
going
to have something to follow up with, yeah. And that's what they're gonna do. And the pause for reflection off the top doesn't help that either. But yeah, just gonna grab a unit to cycle out a spell, basically. Sort of free because you were gonna lose that spell anyway. Here comes Ikaria's Entomb. The enemy player must discard each spell from their hand. So Colacoma just left with an Ascendant.
I wonder if they were supposed to pause the Tokos too. It's very minor, but that would have, actually had a use for it. But either way, AsheAcer is going to take this one. Pretty impressive showing there from the Xenon deck.
And you called it. That one was a little more what AsheAcer had in mind for how that game was going to go.
Yep, for sure.
Right, so this is going to be this game 3. If Colacoma wants it, this is what they got to do. They got to take a game 3 in a tough matchup here against AsheAcer, but they've done it once. See if they can go for it again. Here we go. Let's go to game 3.
Colacoma drawing these 1-power hands.
Yeah, Colacoma looking at a hand of 1 power right now. That's not going to be keepable. AsheAcer is going to toss one back. They're going to get it back, though. Seat Insignia. It's a little light on power, but they can get there. I don't think I would go to 6.
That's risky. Yeah, I think if you whiff, it's going to be rough. Yeah, I assume Colcom was just waiting to redraw this one. We'll see what their second brings. This looks enough to me.
4 probably power to Ikaria and a Smuggler. A bit better there. Better than they can go get
something like stand and try to, go for a quick, powerful, sequence attacking.
Okay, Blight Moth off the top. Now, AsheAcer is a little light on power. They're definitely going to want to hit some power here because they want to play out this Tokos. They want to get up to this 5 and 6 for Tazbu and Ikaria. I'm stuck on these 2 here, so you can seat first. You can seat first because that's going to come depleted anyway. Then you've got your 2-drop and your Ascendant Agent, but going to need to draw some more power off the top here if you're Ash.
Yep, this is going to be a huge draw step.
Exploit's a good draw, but I mean, I guess you can plunder, so that's helpful.
But at least what it means for Colcom is that doesn't kill their Ikaria, which means they can activate it.
It's true. The other option for Ash would have been to send an agent the Ikaria, but I think you got to get the plunder to hit your power. You really can't afford to miss there.
Yep. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, AsheAcer made the play I would have made for sure. Yep. That is, a little nice for Colacoma here. They can actually.
Nice little synergy there is that the plunders making sigils does turn on the seats. So AsheAcer drawing a seat off the top, which would have been depleted, but thanks to that sigil off the plunder, is actually able to get that out undepleted now. So that's going to help them as well. All right, 5/4 Ikaria coming down for Colacoma. But here comes the Ascendant Agent to take care of that. Now, do you like killing that as soon as physically possible in the Ikaria? It took a turn off of deployment any more threats there for AsheAcer, but I think it's such a threat you got to kill it as soon as you can.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that for sure. This Tokos is gonna be brutal, but, maybe Acer will try to go for Blight Moth, in which case Colacoma can, do a bunch of stuff. Yeah, they're going
Yeah.
right for
There
Tokos.
you
That
go.
makes a lot
All right, that was a good turn for AsheAcer. Playing the Silex, which is fully turned on, so getting a treasure trove from it, and then playing that Tokos shuts off Colacoma from triggering anything. And here's the play I
No, man,
mentioned. They're going to crescendo AsheAcer's unit so they can still go to the market.
to get stand together?
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. I actually really love this. Wow, they blocked. Wow.
Oh,
I
no.
didn't think they were gonna block.
Oh, no. And
That's
because of the Alessi trigger plus the plus one from stand together actually eats the Tokas.
that's a massive swing.
That is
I mean, these are
brutal.
big and they're attacking. It could be like, obviously Aishi's gonna block, but like on the surface, that's like potentially like, 10 damage hitting, each turn.
Mm-hmm. All right, and here comes an Enforcer for Colacoma. Going to silence one of those Blight Moths and back in with the
Yep, and
Alessi.
there's a tower on top.
Oof.
Just when you count Colacoma out, they're getting back in it.
Ooh, a Nash Desert Prince here for AsheAcer. That's a nice one.
It is pretty big.
Pretty big, and it can take care of the Enforcer as well.
But yeah, this tower is gonna be pretty ideal for them here. Um, see what mode they choose to start with. I think it doesn't totally matter, right? Because like Ashazer's gonna probably have to try to block one of the LSEs.
Yeah.
Tazbu, and then Tolacoma's gonna be able to eat it using Silver Blanch. Wow, they didn't even. Okay, I thought I thought they were gonna attack with both,
All right,
but
well,
I
here
don't know.
comes that Nash, and that's going to take care of the Enforcer and the two 1/1s. No more attacks in the air for Colacoma. AsheAcer attack with the Tazbu here or leave it back on defense?
Hmm. Maybe the idea with not attacking is just the idea that like if Colacoma keeps the side around, they're pretty favored to win anyways.
Mm-hmm.
That could be the reasoning.
And then Blightmoth dying actually draws a card off of this Tazbu, and that's going to draw an Aramont here.
Yeah, it seems good.
All right, Kira's a nice draw for Colacoma, though. Only at
All
6
right,
Justice, but still pretty good.
I like that they're pivoting to attacking now. I actually like this a lot. This makes sense to me, and it's nice here that they don't have to intrusion both Alessis. They can, intrusion Alessi and
Yeah.
Akira, so they draw a card.
Really nice there. Drawing just a Justice Sigil, but there's your Denouncer as well. And just being able to clean eat that Tazbu's got to hurt real bad for AsheAcer.
Yep,
Right,
absolutely.
seeing another,
There's
so
a
you got the killer, another Tazbu on top, and an Aramont here.
Yeah, not being able to kill Kira here is unfortunate. But AsheAcer is rebuilding to some extent. I mean, it's not like these blocks are great. Oh, right. Well, see that's unfortunate there because Cole Coleman has to let the site go.
Mm-hmm.
The Nash.
And just a painting for the draw here. This Aramont's doing some work. Basically, trade with any of these units. Colacoma can't really stop that.
All right, I like the all-out attack. It's a little ballsy, but you know, um, it's going to be a lot of damage coming through, and then there's going to be this denouncer also there. So we're going to trade and then make a chump and a bounce. Or they double blocked.
They're
Never
gonna,
mind.
yeah, that's actually nice. So they double block. They kill the Kira and the big unit, but leaving that 7/7 around. But here comes another one. Okay, and then a Blight Moth as well. Colacoma empty-handed. AsheAcer is low on life and has to play defense for a little bit, but Colacoma's in top deck mode. AsheAcer can definitely stabilize here.
Yep, they do need to be a little bit mindful about their health total, but they do
Yep.
have this Vine Grafter that can get a Silverblind Menace at some point if they need a refuel on health.
That's true. Good point. Silver Menace is at 5 right now. Ooh, no attacks. Colacoma can't really attack here. Another Airmont as well is a nice draw for AsheAcer.
Alright, so I'm gonna go for the 2 killers. Alright.
Killer's gonna be a little careful with your life total though. Well, but
Yeah.
it's gonna put down to 5. I don't even know if you can deploy the second Tazboo.
Probably not. At least not until the Menace hits the board.
Right. All right. Tokas on the top. Gonna keep that there. All right. Gonna go to the market. Here's what you were saying. Gonna go to the market. Grab that Menace. There we go. After this Menace hits, then we might be able to evaluate things. But now just gonna pass it back. AsheAcer with just another power for the draw. Unfortunate. All right, 2 attacks to put Colacoma to 24, which is a high life total, but remember, it's about board development at this point and cards in hand, so AsheAcer actually with that is still going to be at 5. I really like the Vine Grafter getting the Menace to give it regen. You get the immediate life drain, but then you also get the flying regen, buff flying regen unit.
Interesting. They didn't play either of the Menace or the Tazboo. Huh. Alright.
It's
So
also
I
nice.
assume...
This Nash is nice, giving you essentially chump blockers every turn as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Enforcer off the top. Lots of things to hit. What are we going after here?
I don't know. Probably the Tokas. That would, yeah. A lot of Colacoma's outs involve probably some combination of, like, I don't know, Fearless Crescendo and something.
Sure.
Not quite sure what all of them are, but that's probably the place to start. It probably involves some attack by AsheAcer where they're left open to a Fearless Crescendo and they're at a low enough health total or something like that. So silencing the Tokas, gives Colacoma that potential out.
All right, here comes the Menace finally. That's going to drain for 5. That's going to put AsheAcer back up to 11. Gives them a little bit of life to work with here. Still a little dangerous playing this other Tazboo because if there's anything Colacoma can do, and now Colacoma's deck isn't really about trading a bunch of units, but hitting 2 for turn is tough. Gonna put Colacoma down to 9, plus the Aramont damage next turn. And another power for Colacoma.
Brutal.
Yep.
That was unfortunate. A lot of power at the end there. AsheAcer able to run away with the board.
Absolutely. Welcome back, everybody. That was tough. Unfortunate for Colacoma there to drop that last one. Close matchup there, but AsheAcer pulling it out. So congratulations to AsheAcer for taking that one 2-1.